Good morning, everyone. How are we this morning? Hello. Welcome to a very early Saturday morning reading sprints session. Why am I doing this way? This was a silly way to do this. Let me try it this way. Anyways, we're taking things real slow and lazy this morning. I have gotten my cup of tea and I have an audiobook that I'm going to be listening to. That's good tea. Anyways, but how are y'all? Welcome. Let me go ahead. I'm going to pop in the Discord. Why are you yelling? Oh. Oh, okay. I do need to go in and do that. But we can do that another time. Why is Discord being weird? Who resized my Discord all of a sudden? I don't... The only person that gets on this computer is me. Margaret is confused. Oh, I forgot to do a thing. Hold on. Let me send a real quick message. Not you. Okay, we're good. Everything's good. Boom. Welcome. Hello. How is everyone? What are we up to? What are we doing? What are we reading? I am going to be working on Yesteryear. I don't think I've worked on it since last Saturday. I feel really, really bad. I feel very bad about that, but it is what it is. Why are you yelling at me, computer? Rude. I am... Oh, there we go. I am, working my way... I just haven't been really in a mood to read, to be honest. So there is that. Oh, wow. We still have a lot of people working in this one. Okay. All right, we're going to pop this down. Let me check. Okay, I've been doing a little bit of stuff on this side. Let's go ahead. There we go. I told you I had to get up early last night, Paco. Yeah, it is early. I'm getting my hair done, which means I need to be... that I can't do that afternoon or evening. So I figured I'd do something in the morning and catch the people that don't usually get to show for stuff because it's late. Yeah, it's a god awful time where you are. That's not right. Hi, Tennille. How are you? Hi, Catherine. Welcome. What are you working on? I just moved time zones and it is weird. I understand that. Like, it's an hour earlier moved time zones, or are we talking like completely different? Like you were in the United States and you just moved to Japan time zones. So, because like that's... both of those are adjustments. I feel like one of them is a little harder because I feel like, and I think it might be the 1 hour one, to be fully honest. You are a better... well, I guess because you would have to worry, you also have to commute time and everything. I have always been lucky enough that I haven't worked more than like 30 minutes outside of where I live. So I just like roll out of bed 30 minutes before I had to be at work. Not quite. I would like get up and get dressed. Reading some of A Day of Fallen Night first after breakfast. Very nice. Unload the dishes and potentially get breakfast so that I have food. It's just... yeah. Here's the thing. I think an hour is maybe the harder one because if you're doing a complete time zone swap, it's a different time of day. But if it's just an hour, like it's going to be daytime when it's daytime, and you'll like, I think that's easier to forget, right? Where you're like, oh, wait, no, it's not. It's an hour later or an hour earlier than I thought. So, okay. The one thing about doing sprints this early, besides the fact that I'm tired, the one thing about doing sprints this early is that my sinus issues are still going crazy. But let us go ahead and go here. I think that's what we want to do. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's good. That's good. Very nice. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull this up. We're going to do, you know what? Because I may have to leave a little bit earlier, I think we're going to do 45-minute sprints. I think that's what we're going to do. And do a little bit shorter sprint and hopefully get maybe more of them in, potentially. Not sure. But we'll do that. And then, because I'm planning on going till like noon, 1 o'clock, something like that. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead. It's early. I kind of need more time to wake up. So I'm going to pop this up. We're going to go into some sprints. There we are. I'm going to do this. So it's full screen. And oh, that's right. We got to do this. There we go. All right. I shall see y'all in 45 minutes. Going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hello and welcome back, everyone. We have a surprise, maybe. We have an Aoife, in theory. Hello, welcome, my friend. How are you this morning?
I'm good. I have literally just finished editing my video for Monday. It just has to render and then we're ready. We're good.
I don't know what videos are, honestly, so can't help
I've been struggling. I've been on
Yeah.
the bus. But I'm getting it done. I'm trying.
I had a fantastic. I need to figure out a balance of I need to figure out how to make shorter videos because all of my videos are so involved, and I am
This
so
video
lacking in motivation
is
right
hold on, 9 something. 10 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah, how? Mine aren't that long. Or
I just
way
don't
longer
like
than that.
talking a lot.
Yeah, all of my ideas are vlogs is the problem.
I have ideas for vlogs, but I've actually never started one. I lie. I'm in the middle of one that I know I need to do a clip for, and I still haven't.
Yeah, if it makes you feel better, I'm supposed to be starting one that you know about, but my library is mad at me, so I'm still waiting for shit.
Is it the one that I told you we have to put off?
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries. You start that whenever.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. If you are just joining us, we're doing reading sprints. Let's check in with everyone. So you finished editing the video. I did housework. I unloaded dishes, got my bed made so that at least functionally I'm not I don't know. It's just easier to get out of the bed if it's actually made and I can't go under the covers when I lay down.
Feel that. It feels like I've got my life together if I've made my bed. If I don't, then the whole world's in chaos.
It's a very weird productivity hack that I have that if I am
Yeah.
unfocused and I haven't made the bed yet, I will just go make the bed, and sometimes that actually makes
That's
the
enough.
focus come.
I think it's because it feels like that's the starting point of the day. Like I can be awake, I can be up, I can be pottering around and doing stuff. But if the bed is made, it's like you said, I can get back in.
I'm a person that has their shit together if the bed is made.
Yeah. It's like if you finish a book at like 1:15, 1:30 in the morning, that actually counts as the day that you finished it on and not the date day. It's the physical day. Like if I finish a book at 1:15 tonight, it will be a Saturday book, not a Sunday book.
Exactly. That is my rule is it's not the next day until I've slept.
Until I wake up.
So if I haven't slept and woken up the next morning, it's still the day before.
Yeah.
So anyways, unless there are super strict like time limits, obviously. Okay. But yeah. So, but yeah, no, for real, like it doesn't work as well right now because there's other the brain is broke. Yeah, it's more broken than normal.
Oh no.
But it used to work real well. So, hello, Camille. How are you? Good morning. I'm reading Big Girl Blitz by Danielle Allen. How did we do? Did we get through a good portion of that in that sprint? Good morning, Brenna. Hello. I'm just about done with. I need to read this. Hamnet by Maggie.
I need to read that. I saw them broke me in half.
Yeah, I've heard that it's gonna like fuck me up because it's.
I saw the film with a friend of mine who, at the time that we saw it, had a 9-month-old, and she got to that part, and she's just like, I could hear. We were in the cinema, and I could hear beside me just going.
To be fair, Hamnet is based on a real person.
Yeah,
and it is not a spoiler that he is dead.
Oh my god, is he?
I mean,
are you sure? I know it was 400 years ago, but we can't check.
Because I did. I was a theater major. I think you know that. There's
people out there who don't know who Shakespeare is. We do have to exercise caution all the time.
Yeah, there are whole theories that like talk about how his son's death affected Shakespeare's works potentially.
Yeah, I mean his son died, and then we got like his magnum opus. the 9,000 page delight that I studied for my reading cert. I say that like sarcastically. I really liked Hamlet. Hamlet was like the best thing I did in those entire 6 years because it was just drama and chaos for the entire time, and I love drama.
So I'm not a big fan of Shakespeare's tragedies in general. But Hamlet is my least favorite because I had to reread it four times in the span of like 6 weeks.
Ew.
That said, a couple of my favorite, like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are Dead, is one of my favorite plays. It's brilliant. Hamlet may be one of his best written tragedies, though. But I still like I am of the opinion that his comedies are also are severely underrated, and some of his comedies are even potentially better because you have to have it's easy to write tragedy.
Which are your favorite comedies then?
My favorite comedy is Much Ado About Nothing.
Fair.
It has been Much Ado. Like that Beatrice Benedict dynamic is my bread and butter.
Have you read? It's one of the Chloe Leese. There's like a series that she does that's Shakespeare reimagined, and the first one is Much Ado About Nothing inspired, but I can't. Is it Twice Shy?
I've read a couple. But yeah, I think
not
that
the Stalker Brothers. It's the other series.
Yeah.
Let me do a look up.
But yeah, I think that this is in general a thing that I think we do as a society is where we decide that because something has a sad ending, it is a higher form of art than comedy, when a lot of the time, well-timed comedy is really hard to write.
Yeah, I mean, you're not including Romeo and Juliet in this because apparently that's the greatest romance of all time. It's one of his best romantic plays, and I'm like, have you finished it?
Mm-hmm. My favorite Romeo and Juliet fact. My favorite Romeo and Juliet fact is that like the very first audience that saw it probably would have thought it was a comedy.
It was Two Wrongs Make a Right. That's the book.
Two Wrongs Make a Right. That feels very Benedict, because it has the same structure up until a certain point as Shakespeare's comedies. Like you're gonna get the anyways.
In the series, there is Two Wrongs Make a Right. There is Better Hate Than Never. There is One Smitten, Twice Shy. So Two Wrongs Make a Right. That's Much Ado About Nothing. Better Hate Than Never is Taming of the Shrew.
And I love Taming of the Shrew.
One Smitten is Twelfth Night.
I don't love Taming of the Shrew. I love Kiss Me Kate.
I don't love Taming of the Shrew. I love 10 Things I Hate About You.
Mm-hmm. It create like it's and that there are some feminist readings of Taming of the Shrew. And I can't remember exactly the argument for it. It's a fun play. It's got a lot of really like good word stuff. It is definitely a play that was written at the time that it was written. Meanwhile, Kiss Me Kate, good romance. It's a musical.
I don't think I've seen it.
There's I own a like modern or more modern version. Don't like the 50s or 60s version is nice, but they do lean into the misogyny of it a little bit more, I think.
Mm.
Whereas I felt like things were a little bit more equal in Kiss Me, but it has some really fucking gorgeous songs. I will have to send you like a YouTube of some of those songs.
Get me a what's it called? A slime tutorial. Bye. German's leaving. He's going back to his house.
Oh, bye, German.
He has only just cancelled the contract of his old apartment. So mine, I have to give my keys back on the 24th. He is giving his keys back at the end of August. So he's going to be such a long time just organizing everything out and throwing stuff out. And
that's such a nice amount of time to have.
It's 3 months. So you have a 3 month notice period, which I thought when I initially gave my period in, I was like, this is going to be so long. This is going to be ages.
Mm-hmm.
Snapped straight.
I feel like if I gave a 3 month notice period for breaking my lease, I would still end up not doing anything until the week that I was supposed to leave.
That is 100% what I'm at. I cannot impress upon you how much there is still so much in that apartment that needs to be done. I just had all of my old furniture. Bye. Everybody say bye, German.
Bye.
Um, I just had all of my furniture, the old furniture that I'm not bringing here, collected by the recycling company to bring it to the skip. And then next Saturday, I have cleaners coming in, and I need to fight with like the housing company because they keep telling me you need to paint the walls and ceilings, and I'm like, A, I don't. B, if you get an apartment that wasn't furnished or wasn't renovated, and you are not the first occupant, which I wasn't, then you are not obliged to carry out any repairs or any like I can't think what the word is in English, but like make it look pretty.
I don't know what the word. I don't know what that would. Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, I can tell you the word in German, but it's not going to help anybody.
Yeah, that's not going to help anybody. What I know is that like a lot of so at least here, like repainting everything, filling any holes in, blah blah blah, is all stuff that you do if you want your security deposit back.
Oh
so that's
yeah,
very
like,
normal over here.
for the deposit, yes, but also legally, if it's not in your contract, you don't have to do it. However, my apartment does not look in the greatest of shape in some of the walls because some of them have like soot left over from candles. So I'm just like, do I just find the time?
That's funny. Fish says, good morning, Fish. How are you? Using sprints as an excuse to relax and read instead of being productive.
Yes, we approve of relaxing.
Yes, listen. Again, the bed was made so that I would be productive later. The dishes were unloaded so my mother would not annoy me with it. Because apparently she's allowed to wait all day to unload the dishes. But if I do wait till like 2 p.m., she's like, "Are you gonna unload the dishes? Are you gonna unload the dishes?" Anyways, maybe I need to try to make my bed hack.
Yeah,
then maybe I won't just find. Yeah, I mean it's not 100% because I can still lay down on the bed. But it does like prevent me from crawling under the covers, which makes it harder to get out of the bed.
Yeah, feel that.
That's also part of like why I have this blanket here. Is this is the nap blanket. If I want to take a nap, that's the blanket I put over me, because the AC is directly on my bed, and you can actually tell that now.
Like I would imagine that during really hot summers, that's great, but
so we have good AC. Our AC got replaced in like a month or so ago. The difference between what we had, which I could be laying right there in front of the AC and not feel it, and like what we have now, I'm like, wow, we needed our AC replaced like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, more than that. Because like it gets so hot especially in my room. We kind of have I have one of those houses where like when the AC is on, you're cold and you need a sweater, but when the AC is off, you're like, oh my god, how many more layers can I take off?
I feel that.
It's fun. It's really fun living in Florida. So, all right, shall we hop in to another sprint?
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna read this time. I'm
I
mindful
might read too, because like there's nothing I can do now with this video apart from make the thumbnail. And that's not going to take me an hour.
What will it take you 45 minutes though?
No. I am not intelligent enough or creative enough is the word I want to use. I'm not creative enough to make a fantastic thumbnail like that.
I'm gonna be honest. You don't have to be creative. You just need to know what to find a style that you like, and then try and make that style your own. That's my secret.
I like that secret.
Yeah. It's a like you don't you copy someone else's work and you change it enough that it doesn't look like theirs. Oh, and now I'm out of focus. All right. Do we want to come back in? I may have to leave for a minute. This will eventually focus back up on me, but we'll see.
It's the
All right,
eventuality that will kill you.
we're gonna
It's the
put the timer
eventuality
back.
of not knowing when that is.
Yeah, we're gonna put the timer
Also, I
back up.
did think that it was my internet because it has just started absolutely pouring down rain, so I would not have blamed that on you in any way.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's pop this back up, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. I'll see y'all in 45. Welcome back.
But
This book, man. This woman is
she's insane.
not well.
She's lost her mind. Genuinely.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of your comments, but I already know what the basic idea is going to be.
This book is it's like, so there's a part of me, and I know that this is realistic. There is a part of me that's like, can we just get past the, oh no, this doesn't feel real already?
Oh no, it does feel very real, and that's what's scary.
Yeah. I'm just like, girl, please. I don't know what's going on. I can't wait to figure out what's going to happen.
I know.
But it is, I'm at page 109 in theory. We folded a little bit of laundry during that sprint so that I can actually maybe do some laundry later today.
Very nice.
If it looks dark in my room, it's because it is. It started raining and I only have one curtain open. But yeah, this is like, as messed up as she is, her mom is worse.
Her mother is awful.
Yeah.
Her mother is genuinely insane. Her mother-in-law as well. Like her entire family-in-law, actually.
Yeah. It's just like, and this is the kind of worse. Oh my God, what was the mom? The mom that drowned her kids. I know her name. I can't remember. This is the kind of worse that leads to situations like that.
Yeah.
I'm at the point just where she's taken Clementine home for the first time and she's dealing with like the baby blues, which I suspect is as intense as this is probably PMDD.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. PP postpartum PPD. That's what it is. It's postpartum depression.
That's another reason that I changed my channel name.
Yeah. It's either postpartum depression or the beginnings of postpartum psychosis. It'll be interesting to see if she gets any help to move past. Which, and like, I do know that it's I've not had kids. I do know that it's very hard in those first few days to see what's baby blues and what is actually postpartum depression. But like, she is struggling. She's also dealing with some stuff that's very normal though for like new moms.
Like the sleep deprivation, the not knowing where, like, I also don't have children, by the way, but like I am very aware that the early stages you are in the trenches.
Yeah. That, and I also, like, I know people who are like, somebody was talking about the fact that she decided not to breastfeed with this third child, and she had, because while I know it's a wonderful bonding experience for some, she's like, I feel like I wasn't able to start bonding with my babies at all until I stopped breastfeeding and my emotions returned to like my baseline.
And so, also, when you're breastfeeding, you kind of feel like a vending machine. So she probably had that on top of it all as well.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of reasons why this woman, she's like, here's the reasons why this baby is going to be formula fed versus breastfeeding the first two. It was genuinely a miserable experience for her. And that hinders you being she's like, I want to actually be able to bond with my child from the beginning. Yeah. So, and I totally, like, that is a very normal thing, needing to have like a month or a couple of months or even like a year or so to finally like normalize. Yeah. I do, listen, I write fan fiction. I've done a lot of research.
Fair.
If there's anything that you're like, Margaret, this is a niche topic and it's not something about medieval Europe, the answer is
written about it.
Hey, it's paid off. I wrote a panic attack so well that people with panic disorder were like, do you also have panic disorder? I was like, not yet,
no. I like the yet.
I'll never say never, but not yet. So, how did you do on your sprint? And then we'll check in with chat and see how everyone else did.
I read 2%. And I brought some stuff down to the basement, and I cleaned the kitchen, and I ran the dishwasher, and I hoovered. And that's been me.
For the Americans in the audience, hoovered means vacuumed.
Vacuumed. I vacuumed.
I'm like,
I didn't have Herbert Hoover just like running through my house.
Yeah. I know what that means. Again, I read a lot of fan fiction, so I know what that word means.
Yeah.
It's my favorite game to play when reading fan fiction. Was the writer British or were they American?
Can you usually tell with pretty good?
You can listen. A dead giveaway is when they use boot instead of trunk or flat instead of apartment.
Yeah.
Now, if you like, there are people that I know that like they know the lingo, so you wouldn't be able to tell. Like if they're writing an American show, they're using the correct terminology. Mm-hmm. But it is really funny when like you have an American show or a British show and someone is using the wrong words.
Yeah. Like, there was a traditionally published book that I read, like, I want to say 10 years ago at this stage. And it was written by a British author, but set, I think, somewhere West Coast, US, I think. And I just, like, there was so much Britishism in it that I was just like, the level of research here has been absolute zero.
Yeah. So I do know that when it comes to publishing, a lot of the time when you have something that's being published in the UK by a UK author and then in the US by a US author, they will take the time, like they'll go through and they'll change the wording. So the book that's published in the UK, the book that's published in now there is a like, there is a like it really depends on the level of Britishisms, but like they will use the lingo that makes the most sense for the market that book is being.
Didn't they change up a lot of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder for a US audience? I think they did.
You know, Aoife, that book is a little bit of a blur for me because I was having such a good time with it. And I was so locked in that I remember so little of it. I just know it was really good. So, Canadians have more of a connection with both. Generally, there's always exceptions. Yeah, you can tell when it's a Canadian because they'll use American terms, but there will be the extra L in cancellation.
Got it.
So Brenna says, I finished Hamnet and now just putting it in all of my spreadsheets. How did you like it, Brenna? Was it good?
Did it destroy you emotionally?
I feel like, again, subject matter, it's going to fucking destroy you.
Yeah, I mean, there's no escaping it.
The man wrote one of the most harrowing tragedies of his life. Although I would argue that probably King Lear is a little bit scarier. So
my brother did King Lear for his Leaving Cert. He's the one who knows all about that, and I just know.
I know what the storyline of King Lear. I don't think I've ever read it. I think I've read Macbeth all the way through, and I have read Hamlet obviously all the way through. Romeo and Juliet was required, and then I've read quite a few of his comedies, and then I also read a bunch of his history plays. Absolutely mental, but I was a theater kid.
My requireds were The Merchant of Venice and Hamlet. Why do I keep calling it Hamlet?
Hamlet, yeah. I was homeschooled, so my mom just let me loose in the library and said, you just need to pick out books.
All right, Matilda.
That she told me, she said, I never felt the need to have a required reading list for you because either we would listen to those books together, like we listened to Tom Sawyer together, we listened to all of the Tolkien books together, or the Hobbit and the trilogy together. We listened to Little Women and Joe's Boys and all of that together. Or she's like, you were reading so much, it just didn't matter. Like that was the important part. So Tennille says, I've read some of A Day of Fallen Night. Did dishes, started some cooking, did Duolingo, physio exercises, also missed the last chatty bit. Hey, it happens.
What language are you doing on Duolingo? And how do you feel like your grasp of the language is?
Yeah. I don't know, maybe not in my we're talking here. We have important things to discuss, Flocus. Maybe I'm not in the right mode, but just didn't do it for you. That I fully understand that. I'm not a big one for like tragedies. And so a lot of the time I will leave them being like, okay, but why?
You know how everybody read Atmosphere and cried their eyes out? I read Atmosphere and I was emotional, but I didn't cry.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that, yes, also the U's. The U's are pretty good.
That's also a very good indication.
Yeah. I feel like my Canadian friends are actually pretty good about like, because y'all use Celsius for some stuff and you use Fahrenheit for other stuff.
The UK is also quite weird, not in terms of temperature. They use Celsius point blank, but they use miles for some stuff and kilometers for other stuff. And for length, they will use feet and inches for some stuff, and then meters and kilometers for some other stuff. And
that is mental.
It is insanity. We're metrics the whole way too.
Yeah. I wonder if you sat down and like looked at all of the stuff that they use, like the imperial system versus metric system for, if there are like things that are similar. Because like people talk about the fact that like the imperial system, like all of those measurements are typically based around like the human body.
Yeah.
And so because like I know my knuckle is an inch. If I need to, this is a trick I learned sewing. If I need to measure something, I know 1 inch. Is general like if you're really being specific, you want to use a ruler, but if you're just eyeballing shit, you can just use your knuckle.
I remember there was one Christmas I was at home and I was making lasagna and I didn't have enough minced beef, so I was just like, can you go out and get some more? My dad came back, he had done all the grocery shopping and he came back and he was like, I've got this, it's about about 3/4 of a pound. And I was just like,
what the fuck is that?
How the fuck much is that? And I said to him, I was like, I don't know what that, I can't visualize what that means. Can you put it into grams? And he was like, I don't know what it is in grams. Because he had done imperial measurements the whole way through school, whereas I had done metric the whole way through school.
That makes sense. Because I would have been around the same time of the shift. I've been listening to Amazon short stories to get EG pages for Face Off Weekend. Very nice. Read The Lovers of the Museum and One Night at the Tropicana, and currently reading The Wedding Setup. Very nice. Very nice.
Is that like a follow-up to Tropicana?
Yeah, and to be fair, like a lot of the fact that a lot of women were on pills and booze, that was intentional, because that kept them, like, especially probably the era of our parents and our grandparents, that was intentional to just kind of keep them quiet.
Remember when talk therapy used to have cocaine in it?
Yeah. Camille got 30 pages. Very nice. How are you feeling about it? Started with refreshing my French, but Duolingo kept restructuring and got annoyed. Then I switched to Korean. It helps especially with the reading, but I use other platforms to learn too. Yeah, I'm looking for a new one since they started employing AI instead of real people. That pissed me off.
Here's the thing about, is it Babbel? Babbel. Here are good things about that. Here are good things about Babbel.
Babbel, yeah. I've heard of that one. Yeah, Duolingo isn't my only source for learning. I also started learning the Arabic alphabet on Duolingo to mix things up and amuse myself. Very nice. Our community centers will do Spanish lessons. I've been thinking about like enrolling in like one of their 4-week courses to kind of start refreshing my Spanish, because I just feel like that's something that could probably come in handy. We use Celsius for everything except ovens, because our ovens are made in the US and have Fahrenheit on them. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, anything we buy from the is in pounds. So we learned that 454 grams of yarn is 1 pound of yarn. Balls can be 1 pound or 500 grams. Confusing. I mean, I feel like interesting, because when I'm doing yarn, I actually do go by grams.
Oh, I just go by beans.
Grams or ounces. That makes, yeah.
I know that babies are measured in Ireland. Babies are measured in pounds and ounces, and over here they're measured in kilograms.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, that feels very German.
Oh yeah,
that feels very German. So, but yeah, no, yeah, ounces is how I look at yarn weights, and they can change depending on the weight of the yarn. So that's always fun. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Shall we do one more? Yeah, one more sprint?
Let's go.
Maybe one and a, what?
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if I want to do another. Nope, that's not right. The right one. Yeah, there is some still hanging around.
Yeah.
We shall see. I might do another like short sprint in this last, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, you see when you come back.
We'll see how we feel when we come back. We're going in 3. Yeah, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Give me just a minute. I'm doing math.
It has gotten really dark very quickly.
It is bright. The rain is done. It has brightened up a little bit out. It's sunny outside now.
Oh, I just realized why it's gotten so dark. It's absolutely pouring down rain.
Yeah,
there we go.
You must have taken our weather.
Oh, you can have it back.
Oh man, I would like it back actually. I love it when it's rainy and storming over here.
You can have it back.
Fuck, what number did I just get? Okay, 129. So I got to page 129 in theory, which means I read 20 pages that what's the word? That sprint.
Right. That's
Margaret
good.
knows words. Yeah, Margaret knows words. Yeah. It's so fucking funny that his parents were expecting her to fix him, and she was expecting
his parents to fix him.
Which, to be fair, actually is their job.
Yeah.
Ooh, fish, where are you? Let's hold on. Let's see what it is in Florida right now.
Let's see what it is in Germany right now.
What's the Florida? We might actually, it just rained, so it might actually not be the worst.
59.
All right, we're currently at 90 degrees with a high of 92.
Good.
And then they don't tell me what my humidity is. That's really annoying. Let's see, what's the feels like? 90 degrees, I think, is like 30.
That's your voice.
Yeah, I think. Oh, okay. It's actually 78 where I am currently because it just rained.
That's not too bad.
That makes sense. It is supposed to get up, but motherfucker. It is supposed to get up into the 90s with the real feel of 106. Florida's fun.
Fun.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I think I want to say 90 is like 36 degrees where you are. Or 89 is. Oh God. Yeah, you live. That makes so much sense. I'm surprised by the humidity, but also the weather is fucked right now.
Yeah, everything is screwed right now, brother.
Like that high humidity, I would have expected you to say somewhere subtropical. So let's see. Tennille did kitchen chores and put more chicken on to cook. I think I'll read Eden of Witches, Volume 4. Very nice. Did you read that? Hello. Oh no. This is what you are doing after okay, that makes sense. You are very welcome for the sprints. After yesterday being 33 Celsius and today being 13. Canada, what are you doing?
Oh.
There's no middle ground. Yeah, they do.
Holy whiplash, Batman.
We had that we did not get quite as low as 55. But we had that, I think, last week or the week before because there was a cold front that came through as part of a storm.
Mm-hmm.
It was very funny to watch, like, people who have not been here for a while being like, oh my God, what's it doing being cold in June? And I was like, well, I mean, like, this isn't normal. It's also not unheard of. Like, there is a storm coming in that usually does deal with some of the humidity.
Mm-hmm.
So, nice. I did not read last sprint, but I'll probably read M. Lion 7 later today. Very nice. Nice. How did you do on your sprint, Aoife? Did I ask that already?
You did not. I continued to clean the house.
Okay.
The living room looks a lot less cluttered right now, which I'm very glad for, because it has been just like bags from IKEA that hold random shit the entire couple of last weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I cleaned out most of those. I also updated some of my spice jars that I felt hadn't had an update in quite a while. So my Italian herbs mix, my Cajun mix, and my chili mix I had a little bit of an update of they're running a little bit low. I'll top them back up. Then
Yeah.
I folded some of the laundry and put some of it away because tomorrow I think I'm gonna do a load of laundry.
Yeah.
And that's mainly been it.
I'm gonna try and do a little laundry today and do all of it today, but we'll see. Going to the hairdresser always makes me sleepy.
Fair.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Fish says there are storms coming. It looks like, so I imagine. Yeah. That. Oh, yeah. That definitely makes sense because stormy stuff. And you're like west of the Great Lakes region, so I imagine you guys get some stuff going west a little bit as well, because I know those things affect.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm thinking of my US geography correctly. Like they're not right now.
Yeah, I think Kansas is like Midwest.
It is Midwest, but I feel like if I'm remembering where they are correctly, they are close enough to that region that. Why am I on Etsy? How the fuck?
Well, you're not gonna find Kansas there.
No. Yeah, they're close enough to the Great Lakes region that some of it that'll like we get shit from Texas. Yeah. And the lakes are a huge effect on the weather up there. Smack dab in the middle. Yeah. Like literally, what is it? Kansas is the only. Is it Kansas or Nebraska that's the only state that's like triple landlocked?
Triple landlocked.
Yeah. So to fully be landlocked, you can't have any access to the any sort of body of water that leads to an ocean, right? And then double landlocked means on either side of you, there is a state that has no access to the ocean. So triple landlocked is like you're next to states, you're surrounded by states that do not have access to the ocean, and those states are surrounded by states that do not have access to an ocean. It's one of the two, and I don't remember which one. I think it might be, no, wait, I'm looking at the map, it might be Nebraska.
I think it's Nebraska that's triple landlocked, yeah. From my rudimentary knowledge of the states.
That area, which, yeah, rough, man, rough. So it's why it is, like, so much of that is why the U.S. is the way it is and why we are so reliant. I mean, like, a lot of it has to do with, like, racism and capitalism, but it's also part of why we are so landlocked, or, like, why we are the way we are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm mad. God, we would be so different if we had railways across the United States. I get it, there are mountains and shit that make that hard, but that doesn't mean you can't still make the places between the mountains more accessible and either side of the mountains more accessible. If you can build roads through the mountains, I think you can figure out how to get a train through the mountains. That's just my opinion. So, anyways, anything that you want to plug before we head out?
I have just recently put up 2 videos. One was a recommendation of Irish books by LGBT authors, and like books that have LGBT characters. And the other was specifically Irish LGBT authors. So if you're like, oh, it's Pride Month, I want to read a book that was set outside the US, or I want to read a book from a culture I've never read from, or a country I was always wanting to go to, or probably.
Yeah, that's the one that is books by LGBT books by Irish authors. And then nope, that's I don't want Aoife the video. I want Aoife the link. That would be really weird to have you just hear your voice coming out of my computer.
Yeah, that would be strange. Okay. So if you're interested in either of those, both videos are available as of now.
Amazing. And then I also have, didn't have anything go up this week, I don't think. Or did I? Oh, I did have something go up this week. My schedule is so off right now. I put up a list of summer releases that you might want to check out, which I will put here. So if you haven't watched that yet, go check it out. That is it. Thank you guys for joining us, and I will see you later when we will talk. Oh, next week's sprints will be at the 3 o'clock, the normal 3 o'clock time zone. We're done. We'll be the normal 3 o'clock time zone. Thank you guys, and have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.